All right. Hey, hey. Hi, Libras. Let's check in on the topic of love. We start out with a 10 of Swords in the reverse. There is somebody out here that is still in a lot of pain. This could be Libra, or if Libra was dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Holy smokes. Look, this is somebody saying it's not over. I can't let it be over. This sucks. This hurts, but this is still my 10 of Cups. So although it feels like a 10 of Swords, I reject the idea that it's over. I'm literally not going to make peace with this being over. Okay, we may have a divine masculine who's in a lot of regret right now, a lot of like he's pleading his case right now with a squirrel. He's sitting right there by the tree of life, but I'm wondering if Libra is nowhere in sight. This could be a water sign. It does not have to be. We got the Hierophant. Okay. I'm hearing that song by Dwight Yoakam, the part where he says, but if you think real hard, I know you'll see just who's to blame. Because you're the one. You're the one. Oh, you're the one who laughed at me and said goodbye. It feels like somebody was playing games and then they perhaps threw away a really great connection, and they like never thought that they could lose it. They never thought they could lose Libra, maybe. This could be somebody that Libra was married to and they can't believe Libra would actually walk, because it's like, but you signed a contract. So even if it's not great, you're still going to stay. And Libra's like, yeah, no, that's not how that works at all. In fact, time's up. I want to say time's up, bub. We got the Hanged Man in the reverse. So as far as love is concerned, we're actually just seeing that Libra has walked away from a connection. I guess it could be the other way, right? It could be that Libra had somebody else walk away from a connection. But this person is in denial that it can't be over because, hey, we signed contracts, we're married, or we have a business together, or we have some collateral together, we have something. So of course it can't really be over, right? No, this says it's really over. The music has stopped. I'm picturing somebody playing musical chairs and the music has stopped and this person is out. They don't have a chair to sit in. Six of Wands. And I'm going to read it in just one direction and say, I feel like Libra feels terrific about moving on from this. For Libra, this was a powerful, like, oh my gosh, I finally did it. I'm finally free. So, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude toward, the person that Libra's walked away from, who's obviously still in denial about this, but in this fictional storytelling, Libra's very happy. And I feel like just already focused on, this is the Magician card, already focused on the next chapter of their life. I feel like Libra, this kind of could be them, going down and talking to somebody, like, let's fill out the legal documents. What do I need to do to be totally done? Have my name off this title, blah, blah, blah. Let me sever connections. I want to manifest a new chapter. Can I be done with this? How do I wrap this up? Because this paper that's laying on the table, it almost feels like somebody has like magic. Like Libra's going to see a magician who can help them close out this chapter so they're free of this just as swiftly as possible. I just keep seeing Libra being done, and leaving this behind. The person who's in denial over this, I don't know that it matters, because we just see Libra very much moving onward and very swiftly, seemingly. Let me just ask, is the person who is stunned that Libra is moving on, is this something? We have the Six of Wands. They see Libra looking very successful. The Hermit. Look, this could have been a Virgo that Libra has broken it off with. And they feel, I'm so sorry to say, but they feel really sad. Obviously, we saw it. They feel like Libra is really happy without them. And honestly, it looks like Libra is. It feels like they're doing some deep soul searching at this point. But maybe that's good. Maybe that's what this person needed to do, is some deep soul searching. Death card, yeah, some big transformations on their part. So this person, they're not going to try to hold on to Libra, but they are realizing that it's really over, that Libra is happy without them, that Libra has moved on. They do have regrets. And they really did think, either they thought Libra was going to marry them, stay with them, but Libra didn't. May I just ask, why did Libra not? Not that Libra needed to. Obviously, there must have been a reason for them to walk away from this. Libra didn't because Libra said, that's not my 10 of cups. It's that simple. That they didn't make me happy enough to commit to them, especially for a lifetime. Moon in the reverse, and they're like, I saw who they really were and I didn't like it, so that's not who I want to be with. Amen to that. Libra's done. Libra's like, I know who they were as a person, and that didn't make me happy. They're not a bad person, they're not a good person, they're just who they are, and that's not what matches with me. So I feel like it's very kind of like matter of fact. Like Libra's just done. Ace of Cups. Libra said, yeah, I choose to love me. I matter also. Like, it's not just about whether or not I sign my name to a contract and say I'll stay, or whether we talked about getting married when I saw things that I didn't like and it didn't make me happy. I know that I have a duty to choose myself, to choose my happiness. It just feels like it really hit this person kind of by almost like surprise or something. Libra, are you aware that it hit this person by surprise? Ace of Wands. This has a little edge to it where I almost think Libra's like, good. Hopefully they woke up and they saw the truth of it, which is that we're not good. This isn't, I desire peace and harmony in my life, and I didn't feel like they were peace and harmony. That's what this boils down to me. Like, Libra's just being very blunt right now. Okay, so as Libra moves forward, Libra, what are you doing next? Because you are very much free of this connection. Mastery of Cups, Nine of Swords. It kind of seems like Libra moves forward with full intention of, like, this would be actually a King of Cups, even though we have a feminine on this card. It feels like Libra is intending to move forward and meeting somebody really wonderful, filling up their own cup, connecting in a way that's like emotionally satisfying, seeking emotional fulfillment. But then why does Libra go into some stress? It's like they're having trouble sleeping, or what is it that's bothering Libra in the back of their mind? They're actually a little stuck. What is Libra stuck on? Nine of Wands in the reverse. Something about this, maybe this is just like as Libra has freed themselves from something of the past with that Hermit, Libra is ready to move on, but it woke up something else inside of them where it's like, there are some things that either I went through, that I need to heal. Maybe this is Libra thinking long and hard about, why did I even choose that Hermit in the first place? I thought it was enough to be like, oh, I was with them. It didn't work out. They still thought I was their happiness. I didn't see it the same way, so I bounced. But it almost feels like then afterwards, Libra's having this like emotional, not repercussion, but more like a chance to evaluate and say, why did I pick that person though? Let me make sure I check in with myself also about the choices that I've made, because I want to heal anything in me that would make me then maybe gravitate toward a person again that isn't the right person for me. Action of Cups. It does say that there was love here. It says that Libra is aware that they felt something for that Hermit, and maybe even that they knew that Hermit felt something for them as well. This is them just kind of evaluating a little bit still. Two of Wands and the High Priestess. That High Priestess coming out sideways says they're, okay, so forgive me for saying it this way, but Libra, it's almost like Libra is saying, I'm realizing maybe there were some things that I didn't like in that Hermit, but maybe some of those things that I didn't like in them were some traits that were mirrored back at me of my own self. Now, nothing here said that Hermit was bad. It just said that it didn't make Libra happy. Maybe Libra hasn't been happy in a while, and maybe that Hermit person hadn't really been happy in a while. Maybe, I'm not saying it was a trauma bond per se, but obviously the desire for great happiness was there for both of them, right? And Libra's like, yeah, and they didn't make me happy. That's why I let go. But I'm just saying that's the common denominator. Both of them had the 10 of Cups. So I'm wondering if trying to find a way to genuinely like enjoy life and be happy, if that is something that they gravitated toward that Hermit because the Hermit was trying to do the same thing. I mean, we're all seeking happiness in our lives, but maybe sometimes it feels elusive, and tracking down, why do I feel like it's elusive? What is it that prohibits me from ever feeling like I've reached my great happiness? Maybe it's because, it's like, oh, I've set a bar too high. Maybe I never support myself and feel like I'm good enough. This is like, it's kind of giving Libra a chance to reflect a little bit and say, now, wait a second. What did I walk away learning from? Why was I with that Hermit in the first place? What attracted me to him? Oh, some of the reasons I was drawn to them was because they share some of the same attributes that I have. And there's something here about that High Priestess that tells me that they shared something. And it's a little bit like, okay, so I did meet them for a reason. They taught me something. They reflected something to me. They showed me something, or I was drawn to them. This is great because this is Libra really going to make the most out of that relationship, or the time that they spent with someone, even though that person didn't make them happy. Libra's doing the brilliant thing, and they're saying, but why was I drawn to them in the first place? Oh, here's some things I should maybe look at. We got the Three of Cups. This is making Libra question lots of relationships in their life. I don't know. I almost feel like maybe there's a personality type that Libra is realizing they have in their own family, and that even if it's something that they don't really enjoy, they find themselves being drawn to what's familiar. So let's say they have people that they love in their family, but that are also like highly critical, even though they just say, hey, I'm just telling the truth, but maybe it comes across as caustic or rude. Maybe that's what the Hermit did to Libra also. And it was like, but I gravitated toward them because that's what I know. That's the way I've been talked to my whole life. I can't help it. That felt comfortable. But you know what? It's also what I don't like. I want something different than that. It's not always good to be drawn to what we like. If what we think we like is really just what we know, and it feels comfortable because it's dysfunctional, but it's the dysfunction that we're familiar with. Yeah, we got an Eight of Cups. Okay, so I'm going to say this is why I like, more than the sun, moon, rising signs and other placements, I personally am much more intrigued by north and south nodes. Now, some people don't like that at all. And that's totally fine. I'm not an astrologer, bear that in mind, but I like the north and south node placements better because I think it's more intriguing, because although some people say those are just imaginary points on the moon, the north node is where we're headed. The south node is what we came into this world already knowing. It's the lessons we picked up in our past lives. It's the stuff that we're already comfortable with. It's our inherent talents, the way we see the world, some of the attributes of ourselves that we come into this world with. That's our south node. But the north node is what we're needing to grow into, which is where we're supposed to kind of like be pushing ourselves to get out of our comfort zone. So if we were very quiet in a past life, like worked in research and development, then maybe in this lifetime, we're supposed to be striving to get more in the forefront of things and get comfortable leading instead of being a part of like a quiet, cog in the wheel. It all depends on where the placement is. But I'm just wondering if this is very reminiscent to me of like a Libra that might be recognizing that they've been operating from their south node placement. And they're starting to realize maybe I should start looking at my north node placement, and maybe I should gravitate toward that. What would that look like? What then would be the lessons? So whatever, and obviously our character would have to look up on their birth chart and find out what their north and south nodes are, what placements those are, to then, kind of like identify what would be the things to strive to maybe grow beyond. What's the north node? Where should they be headed? This feels like they're already doing that, because we got the Eight of Cups, which is about this Libra breaking away from a pattern and gravitating toward doing things where they can be. I don't think that Libra wants to be under anybody else's rule. I don't think they want somebody telling them what to do. I'm hearing that song. It's like a 1950s song, but I don't tell you what to say, and I don't tell you what to do. And please, when I go out with you, don't put me on display. You don't own me. That's the title of the song. I don't know. Is it Leslie Gore? I can't think who sings it. But I almost wonder if Libra hasn't felt very much like controlled, or had a lot of people who would tell them what to do in their life. And then they maybe ended up gravitating toward partners who have also been fairly controlling or told them more of what to do. And they're just like, yeah, I don't like that. That's what I want to actually change. So maybe this Libra is even going to be single for a while and just enjoy doing whatever it is that they want to do. Yeah, this looks like Libra's going to hold back until they get a chance to just pick anything they want to do at any time of the day or night. This is I think a Libra who wants to be single for just a bit, go into their own inner temple of themselves, connect with their own source of pride, dress how they want to dress, eat what they want to eat, do things that they care to do, and not answer to anybody else's needs, wants, or whims for a while. Just pull themselves back from everybody else until they can hear their own voice and what they really like. I feel like this Libra, I mean, a beautiful trait, of course, in Libra is to be somebody who's, all about fairness, equality, balance. But sometimes in order to let other people have balance, we acquiesce too much of what we want. And that's what I think this storyline is hinting at. We've got a 10 of Swords. I think this is a big life overhaul for our Libra, particularly in the realm of love. And if anything, I wonder if Libra's working through like some old pain that they didn't even know was buried, which is like, wow, I don't really like it when people say rude things to me. And then I have to be like, well, I can understand they're having a bad day. I think Libra's like, yeah, actually, we're going to put a stop to that. Like, I don't want to be around people that talk nasty to me. Like, if you can't talk nice to me, that's definitely not going to work for me anymore. If you only want to tell me how I'm supposed to do stuff, I don't know that I want to be around that anymore. So this Libra is seriously starting to choose. I'm going to say that they might start choosing a whole new like soul group around them. So this was actually a story more about self-love than romantic love, as it turns out. But it certainly feels like this Libra their life is getting clearer, calmer. They're getting more empowered. They're getting happier, and they're advocating more for themselves for what they really want in life now. That's actually really beautiful. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks so much for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing.